Welcome back to the channel where we continue along in our data visualizations, and today we're going to take a look at the decomposition tree. It is one of the AI visuals introduced in the last couple of years, and it allows us to take a look at some data and explain by dimensions where the totals are coming from. So you can break down in smaller multiples some of your dimensions. So we're going to take a look at some total revenue, take a look at some decomposition trees, show you how to use some of the AI features, show you where it's located. It's the decomposition tree. Let's go to Power BI. Back in Power BI, and today we are going to talk about the decomposition tree. The decomposition tree is one of the AI visuals in Power BI. And what this visual allows you to do is visualize how data is distributed across multiple dimensions. Now, this is a decomposition tree that you're looking at, and we're going to show you how to build this. But basically what it allows you to do is take one of your measures like total revenue, total cost, and then you can analyze kind of quickly at the click of a button. You've got the analyzation button, and then you've got the explain by, and allows you to do multiple explain bys to break down. In this example, we're going to break down revenue, and we can see the top revenue by product brand. And then we can do a deeper dive into the sales district by each of these product brands. So it allows you to do your dimensions and break it down and kind of see where some of those things are breaking down on your sales. So let's take a look at how to build a decomposition tree in Power BI. Back in Power BI, let's take a look at this decomposition tree. It's located in your visual gallery. And when you scroll down, you'll see the AI visuals. You have your key influencer, your decomposition tree, which looks kind of like a tree map. And we will select that as our visual. And now we will actually start to build out this visual. Again, it basically requires two types of data. You've got your analyzed data, which we're going to use one of our measures, total revenue. And then you have the explain by for the top line analyze. So we want to analyze our revenue. So I always answer the question, what do you want to analyze? So we are going to analyze our total revenue. Now we want to explain that by the product brand, and we want to explain it by the sales district. So we're going to add the product brand. Then in the region, we want to take a look at the sales district. And what this does now is build your visual. And for this visual, you see this little plus sign. And the plus sign chooses how to split your data. So we are going to add, and there's some AI with the light bulbs, our suggested visualizations from AI, and then you can also do it by manually. And so we're going to select, first off, we want to explain our 1.199 million in revenue by the product brand. So now it breaks it down, and it shows you that Hermanos has the most revenue for the product brands, and then Telltale has the second most revenue, and Ebony has the third most revenue. And you can see additional ones. You can go up and down. Now, if we want to visualize where is the sales district bringing in the most revenue by each of the brands. So Hermanos has the top brand, and now we can hit the plus sign to split it down by the sales district. So it builds an additional branch of that tree. So now we see the total revenue, we see by the product brand, and then we see by the sales district. So the top sales district is Los Angeles for Hermanos. If we want to see Ebony, we can see that the top sales district for Ebony is Hidalgo, Los Angeles, Mexico City. Now, if we want to see the tri-state revenue, we can click on tri-state, and we see Mexico City is the top sales. So what it allows you to do is visualize your data distributed across multiple dimensions. So that's our first example. So now let's build another tree and take a look at it. Again, you want to answer the question. So we want to see our total returns. We want to look at our returns now, and we want to explain that by a couple of different things. We want to see which products have the most returns, and we want to see which store cities are leading to those returns. So now we have total returns 4,833, and you can bring in your product brand. So the highest product brands of returns is Tri-State. Tri-State has 147, Horatio has 146. So now we can click on that and see the top store cities by return. So for Tri-State, Hidalgo has the most returns with 21. And then you can start to break it down. Is that a good number or a bad number? Why does Hidalgo have so many returns of that Tri-State brand and Merida doesn't? Is it your sales process? You can start to find reasons why those returns might be higher in those cities. If your goal is to lower your total returns, you can start by breaking down where the returns are coming from by city and then where they're coming from by brand. Now, if you want to take a look at Hermanos, you can take a look at that and see where their top cities are returning, and you see that Hidalgo has the most returns, and then Beverly Hills has a high level of returns. So the second way you can use the AI breakdown is to break it down by, again, we'll take a look at the product brand, and then we'll break it down by the region. And this time around, we'll start off with total returns. And let's use one of the AI-driven ones, so the high value. So now they're showing you that the sales region with the highest returns are Northwest, then Mexico Central, and then Southwest. And then we can break it down from there. We can choose the product brand. So Northwest with the sales region has 62 of Horatio, and then 52 of National. So those are some of the different ways you can use your decomposition tree. What I like about this visual, it allows you to quickly, you can have some hypotheses, and then you can start to track those hypotheses. So you can use this with a lot of your different sales data. I like to use it with some of the different marketing data. And the decomposition tree allows you to quickly break down, and you can even add in some tool tips if you want to see your return rate as a tool tip. Then you can take a look at a different way of looking at this. If we want to look at your total returns, we can break it down by product brand. And then when we go in there, we can take a look at it additionally by the sales region. So we can take a look at Tri-State having the most returns, and then we can see the sales region Northwest has the most for that product brand Tri-State, and then we can get additional brands. And you can also look at this from sort by ascending or sort by descending. So we can do by descending as well currently. And then if we want to sort by ascending, you can do that as well. So those are some of the different ways you can use the decomposition tree. Again, it can break down some of your sales data, returns data, and you can do it across multiple dimensions. And if you want to add in a third dimension, you can do that as well. Maybe you want to break it down by customer income level. So we'll add in the yearly income. So now we can break this down by total returns. We can break it down by sales region. And then within that sales region, we can see where the income levels are in Mexico West. And we see the 10 to 30K had 229 sales. The 150K had 229 sales. So you can see if different income levels are influencing sales in that region. That is a look at the decomposition tree. Make sure to take a look at this the next time. It's under your AI visuals, and it's located in the visual gallery as we continue along in Power BI.